very good morning to dear students and parents. Right, once again, we're going to continue with our lesson, and today I'm going to straight away, choose the topic or the modules 7 and 8, which is the Let's Read 4. Okay, because we have been at home for a long time already during the first MCO, so I couldn't really follow the module accordingly. But never mind, we're going to revisit the module later, once the school open, and then we're going to continue like what we did before. But as for today, I chose this Let's Read 4, which is page 90 and 91. Okay, so we're going to continue with the Get Smart Plus 4 textbook. And before we start our lesson, I would like you to have your textbook, of course, your Get Smart Plus 4, and your stationery, and also your dictionary, and as well as your English exercise book, which is BI1. Alright, so please do have all these materials on the table, and also please do have a partner. Either it's going to be your sister or your brother or maybe your parents. Alright, just sit together and bear with me for a few minutes, and we're going to explore this module. Alright, okay, so before we start, I would like to say, or I would like to rephrase again the learning objectives of the day. So now remember, before you learn something, you've got to know your goal, and this is your goal. By the end of the lesson, what should you achieve? Right? By the end of the lesson, you should be able to read a short story with a little guidance and answer at least 3 questions based on the story correctly. Alright, this is your learning objectives or your goal. Okay, just bear in your mind, and then when you do all the tasks, all the activity later, please always go back to your learning objective. Do you achieve that? Alright, do you really achieve that? At least 3 questions that you can answer, or you can read the story with a little guidance or without a guidance, who knows, right? Okay, so now I'm going to start the lesson, so just a few seconds. I'm going to show you a clip, right? So a clip on vocabulary. Can you please refer to your textbook, page 90, on the top of your textbook? Let me yeah. Okay, can you see that? Oh my god. Alright, so actually it is on the top of your textbook. There's pictures with the words, okay, with words, and you've got to look at the vocabulary, the words we call as the vocabularies. Alright, you can't really see that now. I try to, yeah, okay. Alright, these are the pictures and the words. Okay, the first one is bamboo, the medicine, right? So I want you to look at that and refer to that, and now I'm gonna play the clip or track how to pronounce the words correctly. Okay, so please. Alright, okay, so I give you 1 minute to say the word after the clip.
Let's read 4, Module 7 and 8. Vocabulary. Bamboo. Medicine. Back. Princess. Sword. Village.
Alright, now I really hope that you already listened to the clip just now. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words altogether. Alright, now please remember that every single module, when we start the module, every single time we start the module, we are going to look at the vocabulary first. Alright, because we are going to use this one, two, three, four, five, six vocabularies throughout this module. I mean, throughout this module, not just this lesson, but after this, there's going to be more and more and more. All right. So, not just know how to pronounce the word, but you also ought to know the meaning of the words. Okay. The first word is the bamboo. All right, the bamboo actually is a plant. It is some kind of woody plant. All right, it is mostly you can see it mostly in the jungle sometimes, but I'm not really sure. We do have here in Johor Bahru, but I'm not sure because we are living in this town area, so there's no bamboo at all. But there's also some people buy these from the nursery, and then you can a small bamboo like that. Okay, you can look at the picture and you can recognize it. All right, and the second picture is the medicine. It's medicine. Medicine is when you're sick or you're ill, then you take that medicine to prevent your illness to become worse, or to fight the virus, maybe now the COVID-19, remember. So you've got to take your medicine so that you will get this it will cure your illness. Okay, so that's medicine. And then the third one is back. Back means the side, at your back. All right, so it's the position. Let's say someone is right behind you, so at your back. Okay, or maybe you are holding your school bag, right, your backpack, and then it is at the back. All right, and then the fourth picture is princess. Princess, who doesn't know princess? Princess are very pretty princess. Of course, they the daughter of the king and the daughter of the king and the queen. We call that princess. Okay, and the opposite of princess is prince. All right, you got that right. Okay, and the next picture, this one a little bit controversial, because some people might pronounce it wrongly, and then I would like to rephrase again. That's sword. Okay, we do not sound the W there because W is silent, so we sound it sword. The sword is the long metal blade that used to maybe not to in the battle, like those days we use sword. All right. Okay, and then next picture, the last one, is village. Village is the place, is a small area in the country area. All right, like the village, like your hometown maybe, right? Like me myself, I'm from Kelantan, so my village is in the Kelantan. Like Machang is my village. It's a small area in the country area. Okay, all right, so that's pretty much about the clip and the vocabularies. And so once, please, when you understand all the meaning of the words, okay, you've got to always, when you see this word throughout this module, I really hope that you will understand, no matter how the sentence you face the sentence, no matter how it difficult to be understood, but you can understand by you look at the one by one vocabularies that you had learned since module 1. All right, okay, now we're going to move to the second stage. All right, I'm gonna ask you to please refer to your textbook, page 90. All right, and look at that textbook. There's a story, right? It's a short story, I think. But look at the story. There's a picture. Okay, there's a picture, and then I think this is a folk, right? A folk, which is something that been telling from generation to the generation, and then it is like a myth story. Okay, a man is riding a crocodile. you know. We don't really have the men, you know, we don't really have that so, like, you know, so-called tame crocodile here. Okay, so if you got your butt on crocodile's back, you might be eaten by the crocodile, right? Okay, but look at that picture. It's a story about the man and the crocodile. Now there's an instruction up there: read and pick the best title for the story. Listen, read, and check your answers. All right. Before we read that, okay, what do you think the right title for this story? What do you think? There are three options over there: A, the king of the crocodile; B, Badang the brave; and C, the old man and the crocodile. Which one? Which one is the best answer for that, to make it as a title? All right, so from me, let's take a look at the text, I mean the story first. All right, okay, I'm going to read the story and I want you to listen first. Now always remember, listen, you know, and point to the word that I read. Okay, I'm going to read the story first. All right, now I'm going to turn my laptop. Okay, that's good enough. Right. Badang was a doctor and he helped many people. One day, while he was walking by a bamboo field, an old man came up to him. My daughter is ill, the old man said to Badang. Please come to the palace and save her. I can give you a lot of gold. The palace? Who is this old man? Thought Badang. But he wanted the gold, so he said, of course, I can help. Come with me into the river, said the old man, and he turned into a crocodile. Badang was scared. I don't have medicine for crocodiles, he said, and I can't swim. In our palace, we are not crocodile. We become people like you, said the crocodile. You don't need to swim. I am the king of the crocodiles, and I can carry you. So Badang sat on the crocodile's back and went to the palace. The king's daughter, the princess, was very ill, but Badang saved her. The king was very happy. Take all the gold you want, he said, and take this jeweled sword too. But don't tell others about us. You must promise to keep our secret. I promise, said Badang. But when he got back to his village, he told his friend Tabiko about the crocodiles. Tabiko was excited. He started to think about how he could get some of the crocodile king's gold too. Alright, so that's the story. So just now, listen to, I read the story and then you listen and point to the words, right? And now it's time for you to pick which is the best title for the story. Is it A, the king of the crocodiles, or B, Badang the brave, or C, the old man and the crocodile? Yeah, I think you know the answer, right? It has to be A, the king of the crocodile, right? Is it? Badang the brave, the old man and the crocodile? No, because when you're going to put a story to your story, when you create a story, you've got to consider a few things, it has to be like, catchy and things like that. So I think the king of the crocodiles is the best answer here. If you want to put Badang the brave, also can. All right, it doesn't, there is no right or wrong answer here. It's just that you have to choose. But the C one, the old man and the crocodile, is totally, out of out of topic, out of it is not referred to that story at all, because the crocodile actually the old man, right? Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to read again the story with your parents. All right, try to read with your parents or your sister, someone, your partner, someone, sit together with you and then read the story and try to pronounce it properly and accurately. Okay, I give you 1 minute to read that. All right, okay.
1. Read and tick the best title for the story. Listen, read and check your answers. Badang was a doctor and he helped many people. One day, while he was walking by a bamboo field, an old man came up to him.
My daughter is ill.
The old man said to Badang,
Please come to the palace and save her. I can give you a lot of gold.
The palace? Who is this old man?
Thought Badang, but he wanted the gold, so he said,
Of course I can help.
Come with me into the river,
said the old man, and he turned into a crocodile. Badang was scared.
I don't have medicine for crocodiles,
He said,
and I can't swim.
In our palace, we are not crocodiles. We become people like you.
said the crocodile.
You don't need to swim. I am the king of the crocodiles, and I can carry you.
So Badang sat on the crocodile's back and went to the palace. The king's daughter, the princess, was very ill, but Badang saved her. The king was very happy.
Take all the gold you want,
He said,
and take this jeweled sword too. But don't tell others about us. You must promise to keep our secret.
I promise.
said Badang. But when he got back to his village, he told his friend Tabiko about the crocodiles. Tabiko was excited. He started to think about how he could get some of the Crocodile King's gold too.
All right, I think you have done wrapped the story. So it's time for you to read together with me, because we're going to look at each and every word. And sometimes when you read a story, you can't really understand the whole story because of some of the vocabularies used in that story is sometimes it is for you it is difficult to understand, okay, because you rarely use that word before. Okay, that's why I told you for English, practice speaking, all right? Okay, so let's read it together. 3, go. Badang was a doctor and he helped many people. One day, while he was walking by a bamboo field, an old man came up to him. My daughter is ill, the old man said to Badang. Please come to the palace and save her. I can give you a lot of gold. The palace? Who is this old man? Thought Badang, but he wanted the gold. So he said, Of course I can help. Come with me into the river, said the old man, and he turned into a crocodile. Badang was scared. I don't have medicine for crocodiles, he said, and I can't swim. In our palace, we are not crocodiles. We become people like you, said the crocodile. You don't need to swim. I am the king of the crocodiles, and I can carry you. So Badang sat on the crocodile's back and went to the palace. The king's daughter, the princess, was very ill, but Badang saved her. The king was very happy. Take all the gold you want, he said, and take this jeweled sword too. But don't tell others about us. You must promise to keep our secret. I promise, said Badam. But when he got back to his village, he told his friend Tabiko about the crocodiles. Tabiko was excited. He started to think about how he could get some of the Crocodile King's gold too. All right. So now we read many times. I mean, maybe 2 or 3 times already, and I hope that you understand well, you know, what exactly the story is all about. Okay, it's all about Badam saving the princess, the crocodile's princess. Okay, so in this story, there's a few words that I really picked myself, and I really hope that you also sometime when you look at the story, some of the word that you couldn't really understand. That's why you really need a dictionary with you right now. Okay, so I have the word daughter. The first word is daughter, palace, save, carry, eel, secret. Okay, I think that's all. Yeah, there are 1 daughter, 2 palace, 3 save, 4 carry, 5 eel, and 6 secret. Okay, now these 6 words, and I want you to use your dictionary and find out the meaning. All right, it has to be English and English dictionary. All right, the meaning has to be in English too. Okay, do not use English and Bahasa Melayu. Okay, because you are learning English, you try to, like, you know, widen your vocabularies, and then you have to explain, you know, things in English too. All right, I give you maybe like 5 minutes to complete the task. All right, okay, can you please write this word in your Bahasa, in your exercise book, which is BI1. You write the word and then the meaning, the word and then the meaning. Can you do that? Okay, all right, so I give you 5 minutes to do that, and then after 5 minutes you can play this video back. Okay, all right, 5 minutes from now. Your 5 minutes is done very well. Okay, so it's time for us to discuss the meaning of the words that I gave you just now. All right, I really hope that you found that meaning in the dictionary. Okay, now let's go to the first word, which is the daughter. All right, what is the meaning of daughter? Now, from my dictionary, a daughter is a person's female child. A person's female child. Okay, now that's the meaning of daughter. All right, now let's go to the word number 2, palace. Palace is the official home of king or queen or even president. Right, I wish that I could be there one, you know, in the future. Maybe that's why you still have hope if you really, like, you know, study smart, not hard, study smart, and you can be a president, and you can be, you know, someone special, and you can make yourself a palace. All right, live happily ever after. Okay, the third word has to be save. Now this word actually to keep something safe from harm, loss, or death. Right? Save, to keep someone. Let's say you save someone, you save, it can be used in many situation. Saving also can be used for saving money. We can say save money or save things, you know, save people. All right, okay, and the next word has to be carry. Carry is to support the weight of something and take them or it from place to place. Right? Carry something and then take them from place to place. All right? To support the weight. That means you lift it up and you bring it to another place. So that's carry. Okay, let's say you carry a basket. Let's say I'm carry a cup of tea. So let me have a sip of all right, okay, so now the next word is ill. Ill actually is not feeling well. It's not feeling well. Like if you have a sickness, so we can call that I'm ill. All right, okay. Ill also can be used in many situations too. All right, it depends on the sentence. And the last word is secret. Okay, secret, known about by only a few people or kept hidden from others. Okay, from others. Secret. I forgot to mention the word secret. Okay, there's another word which is secret. Never mind, I'll tell you the answer. Secret. Okay, secret. Secret meaning known about by only a few people, kept hidden from others. Right, so that's the meaning. So whenever you, that's why some people, when we ask the meaning of the word, they keep on give us in Bahasa Melayu. So for you, as you learn English, you should tell them in English. Okay, this is how you do. That's why you always have to carry your dictionary everywhere. Okay, but if you read more, you practice more speaking, then you will see that you have lots of vocabularies, just like you are the walking dictionary. Okay, that's what I want you to be, walking dictionary. So you know more words, you know more vocabulary. So it is very important in English to use more of a variety of vocabulary, so that it can help in many ways. It's not just speaking but writing too. So very, very important. Read and speak. Okay, all right, so that's for this stage, and I'm going to show you the meaning again. Just now I told you verbally the meaning, and now I'm gonna play a clip, and then you can refer to the clip, the meaning of the 6 words, including the last word, which is the secret. I forgot to mention the meaning of those words. Okay, all right. I think you have done please check your answer with the clips just now. If you couldn't find the word or the meaning of the word, you can like copy from there and then write it down in your exercise book, right? It's okay. And for now, we move to the stage 3 now. What I want you to do is, because since we only have the story as our material for the lesson, I want you to read it again, all right? Never mind, reading is good. So in this, because now actually we focus more on reading, okay? There are 4 skills in English, so today actually we focus on reading. So read the story again, all right? I give you 1 minute to read it again and understand thoroughly, and after that we're going to answer a few questions on page 91. Okay, you can look at your textbook, page 91. There's a number 2 question and number 3 question, right? So those questions are actually based on the story, so that's why I want you to read it again, and we're going to complete the task later. Okay, so I give you maybe 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Now you already know how to pronounce the word, you already know the meaning, so it's 1 minute enough for you to read the story again. Okay, 1 minute from now. Your 1 minute is done now. So now let's take a look at page 91, everyone. So there's a task number 2. I'm gonna read the instruction first, and please do refer to that to your textbook, page 91, task number 2. Read again and put the pictures in the correct order, 1 to 5. I'm gonna read it again. Read again and put the pictures in the correct order, 1 to 5. Alright, so now please take a look at the pictures first. Alright, it is all about the story. Okay, this picture is based on the story, so you have to rearrange them correctly based on the story, which is supposed to be first, which is supposed to be second, or and so on. Okay, so let's start rearrange the picture now. Alright, alright, so which is the first picture? Which is the first picture? Is that A, B, C, D, or E? I think C, sorry, is it C? Yeah, I think C is the first picture. Okay, C is the first picture because Badang met the old man and has a conversation about saving his princess, right? So where do you get the answer? That's why I told you. Now please always remember, this is a comprehension question. You have to always refer to the story or text. Okay, you should mention the paragraph and the line. So for number 1, where do you get the answer? It is paragraph 1, line number 3. Okay, look at paragraph 1, look at the story, paragraph 1 and line number 3. An old man came up to him. So that actually the answer. So that's why you choose C for number 1. Alright, that's how we answer. Now I always told you, this technique, it is very important. That's why when you answer the comprehension question, you have to underline. When you read the question, underline the paragraph or the line that you got the answer, so that you won't stray away from the right answer. Understood? Okay, so let's check number 2. Which picture is number 2? Which picture is number 2? I think E is number 2, because Badang rode on the crocodile's back, right? And then reached the palace, right? Where is it in the text? So you should be able to tell which paragraph, which line, right? So that's for number 2. Okay, all right, so let's go for number 3. Where is it? I think B is number 3. When Badang reached the palace, and then he saved the princess, right? So that's number 3. Okay, so you also need to find the paragraph and the line in the text where exactly the answer. The answer could be anywhere, but when you mention the paragraph and the line, so you know exactly the answer. You got it from there. Alright, so you will get the correct answer. Now, what about the 4th picture? The 4th picture is D, when Badang received the gold. Alright, the old man or the crocodile, the king crocodile gave him lots of gold, maybe sack of gold. Alright, so that's the picture, which is picture D, is number 4, right? So you should be able to tell which paragraph and which line. Okay, I'm not going to say it here. It is your job to do so. Okay, alright. And please tell it to your parents which paragraph, which line you got the answer. So that's how you answer the comprehension question. Alright, the last picture, which is for number 5. Of course, it has to be A, right? Because Badang told his friend Tabiko, right? Tabiko, about what happened. So that's actually the conversation between Badang and his friend. So that's the last picture. So where do you get the answer? Which paragraph, which line? So tell it to your parents. Okay, so make it like your habit. When you answer this comprehension question, you've got to do that, so that you won't stray away from the right answer. you know where exactly in the text. So it is not helping you understand the story thoroughly, but it is also will help you to find the key, or the important key in the story. Okay, all right. So, and also when you read a story like this, this is what we call as a folk story. You can also always visualize, right? That's why there's a task with the pictures. You can always visualize in your head, oh, this happened and that, here in Malaysia we also have lots of folk story, right? And then you can use the visualization to try to understand the story well or better. Okay, all right. So I think that's for task number 2. Now we're going to move to task number 3. Okay, but before that, I'm going to look at okay, I'm going to give you like 1 minute to look at task number 3, question number 1 till number 5. Please just read it like just read the question and for 1 minute, and after that I'm going to continue how to answer the question. Okay, I'm going to give you the technique and as well as the right answer provided in the text. All right, 1 minute from now. So you have read all the questions. There are 5 questions altogether for the comprehension questions here. Okay, now let's refer to task number 3, page 91. Now let's straight away go to number 1. Why does Badang decide to help the old man? Where do you get the answer? All right, and now in this type of question, I always told you, you have learned that before. It's just to refresh. Let's revisit again the idea. How do you really get the answer? Okay, how do you really get the answer? First of all, you have to look at which paragraph. You have to tell which paragraph you got the answer. All right, and after that, once you already found a paragraph, and then tell me the line. Okay, all right, not tell me because I'm not there. Okay, so now you are with your partner, your parents maybe, or your sister or your brother. Now tell your parents or your brother which paragraph for question number 1. Paragraph 3, right? So tell your brother paragraph 3, line number, which line? Line number 2 and 3. Okay, so I can give paragraph 3. Of course I can help. That's actually show the answer for number 1. So why? Okay, why? So it has to be, but he wanted the gold, right? So can you straight away get the sentence there and transfer into your answer? No, you have to come out with your own sentence, right? So how do you answer the question? Again, I repeat the question. Why does Badang decide to help the old man? So you have to start with Badang decide to help the old man because he wanted the gold. Right? He wanted the gold. That's the answer. Right? That's for number 1, question number 1. Okay? So now actually the technique is you look at you look back at the text or the story and find which paragraph and which line. Underline so that you won't stray away from the right answer. Okay, or this is the answer for number 1. Okay, that's why I always told you, whenever you answer the comprehension question, whether it be a linear text or non-linear text, okay, you have to underline where do you get the answer. Make it as a habit, right? Now after this, when you answer the question, you have to do that. Alright? Now that's for number 1. Now let's move to number 2. How does Badang feel when the old man turns into crocodile? Now tell me, which paragraph and which line? Okay, now not tell me, tell your partner. Okay, alright, it's paragraph 4, line number 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, line number 2. Badang, you can see there's a sentence or there's a phrase, Badang was scared. That's the answer. Because how does Badang feel when the old man turns into crocodile? So can you straight away get the answer, Badang was scared? To the answer, to that question? No, you can't. You have to come out with your own sentence. So how do you answer that? How does Badang feel when the old man turns into crocodile? Okay, when the man turns into crocodile, Badang scared. Okay, alright, so that's the answer. So you have to do it on your own. Alright, I don't want to spoon feed you. Okay, because if I do so, then you will become a spoiled brat. You will always ask for more and more and more. Try to do it on your own. Okay, I just give you a few hints and then you answer yourself. Because this one you have to do in your exercise book BI1. Alright, you have to copy all the question and write down the answer in a full sentence, in the complete sentence, in the proper sentence. Okay, now that's for number 2. Let's look at number 3. How does Badang go to the Crocodile King's palace? How? Where do you get the answer? First of all, which paragraph? Paragraph 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where is it? Line number 1. Badang sat on the crocodile's back. Now that's actually the answer. So how are you going to transfer that into your answer? Number 4. Okay, you have to think of yourself. I just give you the hint, which paragraph and which line. So you've got to do it yourself. Right? Okay, now let's move to number 5. What does Badang promise the king? Sorry, number 4. What does Badang do at the palace? Which paragraph? Which paragraph? Paragraph 6. Still paragraph 6. Line number 3. Yeah, number 3. Okay, so that's how we do. Okay, so you have to construct or come out with your own sentence to make it, to make a right answer. Okay, what can Badang do at the palace? Badang, then you fill it with your own sentence by looking at the paragraph you mentioned earlier and the line you mentioned earlier. So that's actually the answer. Okay, now question number 5. What does Badang promise the king? So where do you get the answer? Again, in paragraph 5, line number 5 and 6. Okay, but don't tell others about us. You must promise to keep our secret. That's the answer. Alright, so how do you going to get to construct, or how do you going to write your answer? It's up to you, but make sure you do it in a proper sentence. Understood? Good. Alright, so because you have done this before, so I don't have to like spoon feed you all the time. You know, sometimes you have to be independent, so that I know that you can always trigger your creative thinking and your critical thinking, so that you can always, survive. Survive whenever, the question, any comprehension question that you face, you can answer that well. So that's how we answer. First of all, you please find out the paragraph, which paragraph and which line. And then you started to create your own answer based on the question. Alright? Now remember that. Okay. So now I think I'm gonna, but make sure you do it, this task 3 in your BI1. you copy the answer. Now don't forget to write down the day and the date. I'm very particular about that. Okay, please write down the day and the date, and please complete task 2 just now and task 3. Task 2, you don't have to you don't have to draw the picture. You just write down the answer. A, which number, B, which number. Okay, task 3, you write down the answer and you write down the question and the answer. Okay, that's it for today. Okay, it's very simple, but you have got to do it. I will check all the tasks given when the school open. All right, but make sure you do it. All right. Okay, I know that your partner or your parents are with you right now, so please make sure they do it. Okay. All right. Now, so I think we're done with the stage 4. Yeah, and then now I'm going to do the closure, which is the end of the lesson for today. Now okay, so because after this I'm going to see you again next week. There are long period, which is we only have twice a week English and English subject in a week. So I would like you to prepare me one essay. Now listen properly. One essay. Now please use your essay book. I'm sure that you already have the essay book with you. Right? One essay. I want you to continue the story of Badang here. The last one is the last sentence. He started to think about how he could get some of the Crocodile King's gold too. I want you to create a story. Okay, an essay, but the essay has to be in 3 paragraphs. Now remember, when you write an essay, it has to be in 3 paragraphs. Okay, and do not exceed than 80 words. Do not exceed than 80 words. All right, or 100 words. Okay, 100 words. So 3 paragraphs and 100 words. I want you to continue the story and tell the story about Tabiko. How exactly Tabiko get there to really find or to really get the gold, the Crocodile King's gold. Now tell the story about that. Okay, so you complete the story of this folk. All right, so you have to do it in 3 paragraphs and do not exceed 100 words in your essay book, not in your BI1, in your essay book. All right, that's for this long holiday. Okay, until I meet you next week, I'm gonna ask you whether you're completing your tasks or not. All right, so make sure that you do it. Okay, once the school open later, I'm gonna ask you to submit all the tasks, and I'll try to but I just want to make sure that in this long holiday that you have something to do, not just like sit around and do nothing. Okay, so practice your essay and also this comprehension task. Okay, all right, I think that's all for today, and I really hope that we can have another lesson, e-lesson for next week. And until then, stay safe, stay at home, and please do help your parents with the house chores. Now remember that. Okay, and be a good kids. Okay, all right, so I'll end the lesson for today. So bye bye everyone. Thank you for your time, and thank you the parents too. All right, for spending your time with your kids, but this time around we have to. Okay, all right, so goodbye, bye bye, assalamu alaikum.